Hello and welcome. I'm Jean and this is Captain Stitches Week in Review. However, it is a 2-week week in review, so we have quite a bit to show. And one of the very special things to show today is the newest addition to the family and the Stitching Cottage. This is Whip. Say hello, Whip. Show your handsome little face to everybody viewing. WIP, as you may know, is another quilting term. It stands for Works in Progress. And you can never have too many works in progress, so we added another one. And he will be a work in progress for a long time. WIP is a miniature golden doodle, and he is quite feisty. He is working on all his training. He seems very quiet, but he does have a tendency to get into many things out here in the Stitching Cottage. And he's a little wiggle worm. So you've met him. Say hello and say goodbye, Whip. And we're going to put him down and hope that he behaves and stays out of things for the remainder of this video. But he's very special. We love him. And hopefully he's just going to lay back down in his bed where he was and take a nap. But I have several things, as I said, to share with you today. And you'll have to excuse me if I do use a list because there are several items and I don't want to miss any of them. But first of all, to get a few of the things that are in my way sitting over here, I am going to do a little trunk show of the quilts that I have done for February's charity quilting month. I do have other items crocheted that I also did previously, but we won't share those today. There were other quilts that were also completed by a couple of the gals who joined me, Danielle with Danielle's Stitchery, and Debbie Williams, a good friend and one of the members of my channel and a subscriber who lives nearby me and gets to come and visit quite often in the Stitching Cottage. They were stitching along live on the panel with me, and they both have, I know, at least one quilt completed also. And there were about 3 or 4 that were quilting at home, following along in the chat during that also got quilts and some items for angel gowns done during that Quilting for Charity marathon last week. So I will be sharing the ones that I have here on hand because they are ones that I did during that week and during that evening. So we have, first of all, one of the 4-patch quilts. Whoops, and forgot that the rest of the stuff was in there with that. But I think I have shown this one as a demonstration before. But it is a cute little zoo animal one. So that is one of the quilts completed for the charity quilts for the month of February and the first annual marathon. Excuse me as I picked that up that I forgot was folded inside there. That was the backing and binding for that quilt. And I believe that there is some binding fabric along with this one as well. And this is a cute one called Alternate Squares. Cute one for that special little boy or girl that loves Western, as it is a Western themed 4-patch alternating there, which, well, let me look. It's called Alternate Squares. However, yes, it is just squares alternating, going all the way down through that. Very cute quilt. So that is another one that is completed to donate this month, completed in February. Of course, these are quilt tops. They do have to get quilted yet. And then the next that I have is one called I believe it is Lucky Lucy. And I may be holding it the wrong direction, but it is square, so it doesn't really matter. But that is another beautiful one that the top is done, ready to be quilted and on its way. I have a lot of quilting to do to get those out as soon as possible. And we happen to have two of the Lucky Lucy. Here is another one, which the one is one that I did, I believe I worked on that a little during the marathon. So you may have seen me working on that one. And then we have another of the tumbler ones. Not another, haven't shown the tumbler yet. So this is a tumbler one that is dinosaur themed. And it is a little bit larger than the others. Can't tell if I've reached the bottom there yet or not. Peek around the corner. Oh, there we go. There's the bottom. So that one makes a little bit larger quilt. So that could be for an older child. And out of the right fabrics could also be for an adult, for a lap quilt. And then one that this is one that I worked on also during the marathon. And it is another charm square one. Tumbler, I'm sorry. Made out of charm squares, but it is a tumbler one out of 30s. Just a scrappy one out of all leftover 30s fabrics that I had. And I think if I back up, maybe we'll reach the bottom of that one. There we go. So we have that one also. And I think I know how many are here, but I've lost count of what I am showing. And then we have another tumbler that needs to be trimmed, and its borders added yet, but we will go ahead and show that because it will be going out as well. And it's a cute little construction one with owls and cute numbers and everything on it. But that shows the construction on what the tumbler quilt looks like before trimming the sides and adding borders. Hopefully that one will be done either this evening or tomorrow. And then this is, yes, one that is totally completed, ready to go, except for the label. And it is one of the 4-patch, which it is this beautiful these were fussy cut from a panel, and then the contrasting fabrics added to that, and that makes a beautiful 4-patch one. And the back out of this is a coordinating fabric to that panel. So it is completely quilted, bound, just needs a label, and it is ready to go. Then we also have this one that's going to be a little awkward picking up because it is sandwiched and ready to quilt. It is the scrappy pinwheels. And I notice I have a pin here, so that must be the top. But this is a scrappy pinwheel one. Beautiful, colorful border on that one. And as I said, it is layered and ready to be quilted on the domestic machine. I have a long arm, but sometimes some of these that are smaller are a little quicker to do on the domestic machine because I may already have a quilt loaded on the long arm and it's not available at the time. But that completes all of the quilts that I have that were done for this month of February's Quilting for Charity. And as I said, if you are a member of my Facebook group, Captain Stitches and Friends. There are photos from the ones that are members of that group that also did quilts for charity during the month of February, and especially for the marathon that was held, the first annual Quilt for Charity Marathon by Heartfully Given, Captain Stitches. So that concludes the trunk show portion of this. And now on to some of the other things that were completed or worked on during the week. A lot of things worked on, a lot not completed. So one of the other things I have been working on are the half square triangles that are needed for this little bear and rabbit and the little quilt that go with them, which will also be for charity. And inside this container here, if I move the batting that is for that, you can see all the fabrics and the half square triangles that have been worked on that will make up some of those. So that is also in the process and has been being worked on. Put that off to the side. Let's see what else we have here. We also have, I believe in this container, yes, we have another one. And I also did a tutorial. I'll go over the tutorials that were done. But inside here, we have the scrappy potato chip block one that is being done in the basket weave. That will also go to charity. And I'm running out of room to set things down. Oh, let me see. I think that concludes all the ones that are for charity. And you will note that I also did some tutorials during my lives during the month of February showing how to make some of those quilts for charity. And then I also did some recorded ones, so you can look for those and the pad where you will be able to find the free patterns to download for those as well. You will find information for them mainly in both of my Facebook groups, the regular one that coincides with my YouTube channel, which is Captain Stitches and Friends, and then I also have one for charity that is Captain Stitches it's Threads of Captain Stitches Heartfully Given. And the links for those are always in the description box below if you are interested in requesting to join those groups. They are both private groups, so you do need to request to join. And the other things that were done this past couple weeks is I do a block of the month for the year, and we did February's block, which was this sweetheart block, and there is a tutorial also for that. And this is what the block ends up looking like out of the fabrics that I chose. Of course, you can choose whatever fabrics you want for yours. So that was done in the past couple weeks. Put my clip back on there so I don't lose that. Excuse my back, I'm sorry. And then also we have done March's block, which is Aunt Vina's favorite. And these will, all the information for finding those patterns is also in the Facebook group Captain Stitches and Friends, and that is that block. And all the blocks will be 12-inch finished blocks for this quilt. So we have that. Goodness, we have a lot of items going on. And I see my husband is going to be entering. I'm shaking my finger at him so he knows that I am recording, not to come in. One of the other things that we have been working on are our needle book of the month. And I have several of those going. That's going to fall when I reach for that, so we will remove that. But these are two that I was previously working on that are examples of the needle books. And we went over that during my live this morning. And then this is the current Needlebook of the Month project, which is this cute little one that is similar to this. This is the start of the one that I will be doing and showing as an example as we go through the month. And everything is in this box that is going to be used for making that. And then for those not to be left out, for our counted cross stitchers that are part of our subscribers and the group, we are doing a slow stitch project, which this Follow Your Heart was the inspiration for that. It was found on Pinterest with no author, no information on it, just the photo that was there. So we are doing that in the likeness of that. And I am doing mine, I'm going to move the threads off that, as a bobbin spool or a snippet roll, as some of you may hear them referred to. And other ones in the group will be able to use those instructions to make it in any form that they want. But that we are also doing on the YouTube channel, and there may be some tutorials for that along the way as well. So that was included in the last couple weeks. And just on Saturday, I started a new project, and this one is not part of any group. It is a personal quilt that I have been wanting to do for a long time, and I needed something to work on while I was part of Sean, the guy who sews Brekkie with Sean, and some of you may be familiar with. He does a live every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I was on with him. So I was looking for what I wanted to work on during that time. And of course, instead of taking one of my many whips, as you know, silly me decided to start a new project. But like I said, it is one that I've been wanting to do for a long time, and I deserve to work on something that I have really wanted. So I started working on this beautiful table runner. It is a Kim Deal pattern. It is called Tulips and Tossed Greens, and it is found in her Simple Seasons pattern book. And I will leave the name of that book in the description box after this video is over as well. So I was able to get everything needed pretty much all cut out and ready to go. And then I did get the center section that all of that beautiful handwork will be done on. That portion is completed and now ready, waiting for all of the stuff that has to be done by hand to be added to that. Wow, that's a lot of stuff for 2 weeks, isn't it? And now, oh, and I almost forgot because I sat it out of the way. Whoopsie, as I almost dropped. Or did I? Yes, no, I didn't. That was the slow stitching that I was talking about when I think I mentioned. And we have something stuck on the back up here. We don't want to lose that. But we are working on this counted cross stitch project for those that are counted cross stitchers in the group. And we are going to be making that, well, everyone will be doing what they want to do with it when they are finished with it, but the Stitch Along will be making a needle book for counted cross stitch. So that is what is going on with that. And I'm sorry if I got those two projects when I was mentioning it mixed up. The one is the slow stitching for those that love slow stitching. The other is for the ones that love counted cross stitch. So a little bit of something going on for everyone in all different forms of needle arts you will find. And soon to be coming will be the crochet along, which will be an Afghan for those that crochet. That will be designed by myself also. Now it is time for a mail call, and I know there are some things I do not have that would be included in this, and I have already shown the unboxing of the Sew Sampler box from Fat Quarter Shop for February. So I will not be showing everything that was in there again. You can go back and view that video that was recorded, or it may have been live. But that I did receive in the last couple weeks. I also unveiled what our quarterly stitch along project will be for the second quarter in 2024, which reminds me that the one for the first quarter, this is March, it is the last month of the quarter. So those of you that are doing the jellied charm, I have that hanging on my design wall. That is on the opposite wall. I'm sorry I cannot show that, but you have seen the progress on that several times. Mine is, the top is completed. It just needs to be quilted. So everyone that is doing that is working on finishing that up this month. And next month we will be doing this beautiful pattern by Hatched and Patched. And I did order some fabrics from Rusty Crow, which is one of my favorite shops. And we will get those out and see if we can kind of fan through that and show you what some of those beautiful fabrics are. But we have the gold, we have the pink, we have a beautiful green, another peachy pink, and I believe that is all that I got so far to go along with that project. So we received those also this last couple weeks. And then just today, just in time for the weekend review, which I guess technically should have gone on next week, but hey, I'm doing it now, so we will show it. Whoa, we will show it now as I dump other things all over the place. Tape sticking to things. But this I received from the Quilting Chicken Farm, which you may recognize as Rita's shop that she is opening. It's not up and running yet, but she does sell some of the things that she is trying to get stock in to open her shop. And there was a layer cake and some fabrics that she showed this past week that I kind of fell in love with. I try not to buy any fabric. I'm trying to use all of my stash and not purchase, but every once in a while you just see something that you really love and want. And this was the layer cake that she had. Springs in Town is the name of it, by Riley Blake. And those are some of the beautiful fabrics that are with it on the back. And from the yardage that she had received with them, I ordered, I believe it was a yard and a half of each of these beautiful fabrics. And I have to tell you, I ordered this February 29th and received it today. So kudos to you, Rita, from the Quilted Chicken Farm, for having fantastic customer service and quick delivery. And then she also showed this really cute featherweight sewing machine cookie cutter. And I believe that is, yes, it's from the Featherweight shop. So I just couldn't pass that up and got one of those as well. And I have received a few other items in the mail. I'm not going to share those with you because those are going to be items that now I would like to announce that for those of you that do not know yet, on February 20th, I did reach 1,000 subscribers. And I have not had a celebration yet for that. So this Friday morning during my live Stitch Tips and Chat, I will be doing my 1,000 subscriber celebration. And of course, there will be a few giveaways during that time, which I have been accumulating things in this pink bag, which has some really awesome goodies in it. A little heavier than you think. I'm not going to show you the inside of that. And there are still a few items that are to arrive before Friday that will be going in this bag as well. So that will be for subscribers only. And it will be during my live Friday morning, which is called Stitch Tips and Chat. So you will want to be there for that if you have been subscribed to me and as I celebrate and as a thank you to all of those that have supported and subscribed to me over the past year, because that was just what, six days past my 1 year anniversary when I hit that 1,000 subscribers. So thank you everyone for that, and that is just a way of showing my appreciation for all of you that have subscribed. And of course, you may have noticed there is that join button. Also, I do offer one level of channel membership, and you can check that out. I will say that it does say that one of the perks is the Zoom pop-up stitch days for members only, and you will find that not in that description, it does not include everything that may be included in those Zoom pop-up stitch days. Just saying, some special things always going on for that. So if there is an interest, no pressure, nothing like that. I don't look for people to join. It's just if you would like to, it's a small little way for those of you that would like to help support the channel and also get a few perks along with that. So you can check that out. And of course, if you have not subscribed to my channel and you do like the content that I give, make sure and hit that subscribe button and that bell so you will be notified when I do go live and when I do drop other videos. That, I believe, includes everything for the past couple weeks. And I do have Whip now laying on the floor, sleeping right at my feet where he normally is. An awesome little dog that follows me around everywhere I go. But thank you everyone, and thank you to all the people, all of you out there that either watch my videos and my lives, those of you that subscribe, and those of you that have joined the membership and are now stitching friends, as what my membership people are called. Thank you. Have a great day everyone. I hope I have inspired you in some way to get some of your projects done this coming week. And remember, in the meantime, I can keep you in stitches. Bye-bye.